Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Tommy J, James, how you doing? Yads, how are you? And Ryan's here, and Tommy saying hi to Ryan. Morning, good afternoon. Hot coffee. So let's see. Nanette, how are you? Thanks for coming by. The building was in. We went. I did a video. I haven't put it together yet. It's not quite ready anyway. But went and bought a sofa, a big an entertainment type center, a desk, a chair, and what else did I buy? I don't remember. A bunch of the stuff for the room out there. So it's like this close to being ready. Probably within a couple of days, maybe by the next live stream. I don't know for sure. But it's looking good. The room, 3 by 4 meters sounds big. At least it did in my mind. It's not that big, but it should be plenty big enough for what I need. I am putting the cockpit in the iRacing deal. If anybody knows what that is, it's just it's a game type thing, but very realistic, and it's all done on their side. You don't have a bunch of stuff loaded on your computer, but NASCAR, dirt racing, all sorts of car racing stuff. It's pretty good stuff. I enjoy it. I haven't done it much lately because I've had the cockpit basically covered up and shoved in the corner. So maybe I'll get back into it again. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing this morning? Glad you could stop by. Appreciate it. But hey, Andrew. Good morning to Andrew. Good morning to Ryan. Who's good afternoon or good evening? Not good morning to gorgeous too. Morning time. Tommy J, it would be good evening. So anyway. They're starting on also bought the stuff that I need for the second phase, part 2 of that. Solar. My mind's real slow today. The solar deal. So I bought another 10 panels, the controller, the hybrid solar charger controller, and I just have to buy the battery and some other material. And I think he's going to start on that tomorrow, because I think today's Sunday. I don't know because I'm retired. But I think tomorrow, Monday, he'll start, and it'll probably take 2 or 3 days. And he's going to put the panels up on the front parking cover that we have up front, which I think is a good spot for him. The ones that are going, ones that are going now, they're just starting to get any kind of little bit of sun right now. I'll pull it up, show you. Like 750 watts. This is the little program on the phone. It shows that it's coming from the grid and the solar panel, and it's charging the batteries at 95%. and the house we're using 1973 watts. So, but I, even though the guy that put the air conditioner, that's what else they did in the room, put in a Hitachi inverter, DC inverter that I bought when I bought the 6 air conditioners for Ubon, and I got a deal on it. I think it was 7,000 baht, because if I bought the other ones, I got this one at half price, and it seems to work good. But he noticed when he put it in there, he did the electrical and stuff on it too, and he said that the meter was basically not spinning. It was just kind of sitting there because it was noontime, and we were putting out more out of the solar panels than we were using in the house. And it seems like we use between 2 kW and 4 kW during the day. And then it was weird because the battery that I have in there now, the batteries are the most expensive part, pretty much. But the one that I have in there, it'll last, he said, about an hour and a half. And I guess the power went out while we were out looking at the other, looking for the sofa and all that stuff. And there was no way to know. All of a sudden the power just went out, and then we realized that the power had been out for, an hour and a half or so. So I asked him if he's going to check with PSI, I guess it is, and see if their software has anything that notifies you. Just because I would be curious about it. That, hey, the power's out. Hey, your power has been restored. Through their software. I don't know if they have that notification or anything, but he's going to find out. You meet the family yet? That's right. He's he met a new gal, right? From Surin, right? From this area, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Again, every time I ask something like that, you don't have to answer anything. Yeah, not too many people here, but good morning anyway. Let's see. We still have to paint the wall around the house. Finish off a couple of the caps in between those expanded metal deals. I think we're going to put little solar lights around a top on the knockdown house, and then up there some electrical. I think I'm going to put a fan, some lights, maybe a barbecue, and maybe a couple of tables and chairs or whatever. Don't know exactly on that, but I think that and the solar is pretty much going to end the improvements on the Surin house anyway. We're going to be going. I think we have to go to Bangkok. I have to go and get the truck done, and the hitch and the electrical. And we have to bring the little Suzuki to the oldest daughter, to her car in Bangkok. It's been here. We'll probably do that both at the same time, and I should get the trailer the end of this month. So it's going to be quite busy the end of this month also. Hey Brock, how you doing? And hang for long. Going to get solar panels to fit to the car. I'm tired of getting a flat battery if it doesn't move for a couple of days. Wow. Okay. It's a good idea. Why not? Yeah, it's been in Surin a couple of days now. Met the family, took them to a meal last night, 900 baht. Cool. And where you said that she knew where the Robinson Mall and Big C and Macro and Lotus, and you said you were, I can't remember what you said, half hour from there or something? I can't remember. I know you said, I think last time we were asking. Yeah, it's only Father's Day in the U.S. That's right, it is, huh? 17th, it's yesterday or whatever. Where did you go? Where did you go to eat? By there or in town here somewhere? We went out. It was my wife's birthday on. I haven't done that video yet either. We went out and I got her. What did I get her? An Apple Watch. She'd been wanting one for a long time, So that's what she got for her birthday. Needless to say, she was excited. Um, she digs her Apple Watch. And then she bought a cover to go over it to protect the damn thing, right? And when we got home, we've got that little Labrador puppy. Well, he's not little; he's big. And boy, she came in the door, and he lunged at her, grabbed a hold of that watch, and pulled on her wrist, and she pulled back, and all of a sudden he's chomping on something, and she's, "What's he chomping on?" And she looks at her watch, and the protective cover was in his mouth being chewed. So 500 baht. So she's gonna have to get another one of those. But isn't that wishing everybody a Father's Day? I don't think you have to be there, Brock. You could still consider it a Father's Day. That way you'll get. Do they have a Father's Day in Australia? They must, right? So you'll get two or three. Is it a different day? Yeah, it's got to be a different day in Thailand because I think they go off of the king's birthday or something, right, for Father's Day, and the queen's for Mother's Day. I can't remember one of the older queens or kings. So that's better. Now I can hear. Also in the Philippines, it has two. Yeah, it's they correspond with the U.S. In a small town, 1 hour. Wow. So it's just local Thai restaurant. What was the name of the? My wife's right over here. It's her off day today. Um, if you remember, I think you put it in there before. I'll ask her if she's been there or where. You said south of here. Yeah, I don't know. It's north, south, east, and west. I don't know that many places here. There's so many different little areas. It's Surin's big. People think it's on the, I don't know, it's a medium size, I guess, but it encompasses a lot of land. I believe such concept is against nine. So you just adopt them all, U.S., and you get three of them a year, and expect gifts from your children and relatives. Yeah, same as U.S. That's cool. I still got to get to the Philippines. I know Chris. I think was over. 'Cause I think Tom's doing a live stream right now too. I was over there and said hi. I think Mark was there and Chris I saw there. But Chris is supposed to be coming. We're supposed to do something. Eventually, I guess we will. Uh, there, Andrew. Andrew's right here too. In case you didn't know that, gorgeous. He's how far are you away from? Are you towards that way, Andrew? You got me. I've never been to Andrew's place. We met up, but a couple of times, but I've never been to his pad. He's been here. You have to come check it out again, Andrew. The room's kind of cool. I thought it was going to be completely claustrophobic, but it's not bad. I mean, I couldn't fit one more thing. I think it was Bobby that said, I think the backyard's full now. So I don't think I could fit anything more, but it actually fit in. I was surprised. Trying to maneuver everything in there and get everything in there that I want's been kind of a chore, but we'll figure it out one way or another. And then I ordered probably a TV that's way too big. I ordered a 65-inch, and it's only, I don't know, 2 meters away from where you'll be sitting. But I don't know. I probably won't watch that much TV. And I figure I'll just change it for a smaller one, the one in the bedroom or whatever, if it's just too damn big. I'm Southwest. Okay, then you got to be kind of on the way to him. Fontam Knock Rock District. Fontam? I'll have to ask my wife. She's watching. I don't know what that is. Korean movie? Am I going to get copyrighted because of the Korean movie in the background. Probably will. And not that it's a big deal. But I really need the 12 cents. My wife needs it to be able to eat on a regular basis. Um, Thanks, Tommy. District. I'll have to ask her. But Andrew probably knows. Andrew probably knows more about around here than I do, and that's pathetic. But I don't know. But I am having fun with the backyard. I am having fun with the room. But like I said, I spent more than I wanted to on what's inside. But I got a really decent desk and a chair that I like. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? And so it's worth it. And the big TV. It wasn't that bad though. I found one. It's an off-brand, and I've always bought them my whole life. I've bought Hennessy's and all these different weird names, and this is a new weird name, 65-inch, excuse me, smart TV for 12,500 baht. So what is that? I don't even know. Let's see. 12.5 divided by 34. $367 for a 65-inch television. I mean, I don't know. Sounds cheap to me. But some of them, I mean, if it would have bought a top of the line, Sony or this one or that one, it probably would have been 3 times that, 40,000 baht. So I'll give it a try. It's got a 3-year warranty on it or something. I don't know. Let's see. Aaron saying good morning. I will go by your hood on my way to. Yeah, cool. Come on by. I'm going to be here. I'll probably be. What time will that be, Andrew? I'll make sure in case I go somewhere that I'm hanging out. Uma, how are you? Glad you could make it. Let's see. You're way down there. So you're way far away. But we'll all have to meet. I mean, it's not that far. It's an hour away. We should all meet up for dinner or something here in Surin or out there. I don't care. But there are a lot of barbecue places. There's a barbecue place a stone's throw from where I'm at, where I live. Takes you walk there in 5 minutes. Hey, Mitch. I know we were watching. I was watching early, right before Brian came on Capio's live stream, and I watched a little bit of it, and before he came on, and then I watched a little bit once he came on, and then I was doing a bunch of other crap, and then Tommy had said that come on back over and watch if you're whatever, come watch, and went over there, and he's a interesting man. By all means, both of them actually, good people from what I've seen. I've only met Brian, but I've never met Capio, and his family or whatever are from Surin. When he was here, we tried to sort of meet up, but it never transpired. But hey, Mark, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Don't know the time yet. We'll call. Check. Yeah, okay, that works for me. Works for me. I just charged up my little phone, so everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. That works for me. So what did I do here? Behind that. So that's the basic gist. It's kind of fun, doing the room up out there, but it's going to get full real quick with all the crap that I've got here and all that. But I'm not going to move a bunch of stuff out there until it's ready, so I have shelving to put everything on so it could be halfway organized. But we'll see. I still haven't been up on the roof. I'll go up on there today and got to go over the height and stuff of the roof that's going to go over to the upstairs, and then have him order the metal and get that. I think he has everything. I'm going to enclose the the area, which is now there's a Thai kitchen on the side of the house, if you guys are familiar with the house here. And then right behind that, coming into the backyard, is about the same size, enclosed, but open on the backside. Um, Laundry room has the washing machine, and it's big. Well, it's as big as a Thai kitchen. And that's where we put that's where I took, if you saw the solar panel or solar pictures, that's where the inverters are. And the batteries are going to be, and all that 48-volt, wiring coming off the batteries. We got the 5 little cats and dogs and stuff. So I'm going to there's a sliding glass door coming out of the Thai kitchen into the laundry room, and then it's open going to the back. And then we bought, when we were at Thai Wazadu last night, getting the solar panels and couch and a bunch of other stuff. My wife got a regular door, but a big one, and we'll put that at the end, and then I'll tell everybody, you can go through there and stuff. Just make sure you close it, because all the little cats got to do is fall up against or bite the wrong wire, and they could kill them. The 48 volts is getting close to stopping your pump. Roll down what? Roll down plastic for the stairs? What is that? What did I miss, Tommy? Did I miss something? I need a drink of something cold. My new lady is 26 years old, so we'll see how that works out in early days yet. Yeah, well, for me, a little young, but I've always said it really doesn't matter age-wise. Works both ways. There are 20, 25, 26-year-olds that, are put 45-year-old women to shame on what they think and morality and everything in their minds, and they're just in, what do you call it? I don't know, older soul. I don't know what you want to call it, but they're older for their thing. Mine, what I was worried about if the gals were too young, want to go out drinking till 3 o'clock in the morning and the boom 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 music and party. I did that, been there, done that, and don't want to do it again. But like I said, the age I don't think makes a difference. It's the maturity of the person. So you'll find out. Hey, Joe. Hey, big guy. I missed you too. How you doing? An orange cup, but your wife purple. Yeah, this one. It's kind of. It looks orange, but it's no. I guess it is. I guess it is orange. My favorite color. Purple, my favorite color. Um, hey, Justin, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. Appreciate it. Freezing, yeah, off in Australia. Why is it that cold? I don't know, man. I can't do cold anymore. Hey, Robert, how you doing? I'm gonna put up. I haven't done it in a while. I'm gonna put up the link in case anybody wants to come on. By all means, you're more than welcome to. I should do it there because I don't know. Maybe Robert wants to give an update and when he's going to do a live stream. If Brock's still here, if he wants to come on, he hasn't been on in a while. Or Mitch or anybody. "9C in Perth." Wow. Yeah, see, I don't. 9C, what is that? I don't know. I'm a Fahrenheit guy, but that's still on the chilly side. But it's a lot. I don't know. I've acclimated to Thailand, I guess. I can go at 80 degrees. I can go without air conditioning if I've got a little fan or something going. Where when I first got here, nah, anything above 75 and I was a ball of sweat. So I guess things change. Live stream next week from Missouri. Now you're driving to Missouri, right? Have you gotten the okay to fly yet, or are you still waiting? Are you still waiting for that, Robert? Well, that's a little on the cool side, bro. How you can go back and forth and go back there? I guess the only reason you go back there is family, right? You got daughters, I think. I don't know how many. I'm horrible. I just up where I lived. I had an awesome wood stove, and I lived in the pine. The big pines and oaks, and in the Sierras and the foothills, but the Sierras, and it was gorgeous, and it was kind of cool when my 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 wood stove would heat the house up to 90 if I wanted to, and my wife liked it at 80. That was comfortable for her. I'm sweating, and it's 35 degrees outside, and and she's got it at 80, and she's comfortable. So, but it was kind of cool watching the flames in there, and maybe we'd get a little bit of snow and that kind of thing. So it was kind of cool, but I don't miss it at all. I'd much rather be here and uh, go swimming in the ocean on Christmas, as you know, is one of my criterias. I can fly. I can fly. No, no fly. No, no fly. On no. On no fly. That I screwed that up, Robert. I don't know. Can fly. That works for me. That's easier. Um, I have tried older ladies in Thailand, but they don't rock my boat, and they cost are pretty much the same anyway. Yeah, like I said, I think it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, there could be guys like me that are, I don't know your age, I don't know how old you are, but that want that, want the party, and maybe they didn't do anything in their life, and they want to go out drinking and carousing and dancing and whatever until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Just isn't me, man. 9 o'clock, I'm ready. I'm ready to go to bed. Now there were times where I was up for 3 days, riding motorcycles and running around and chasing women. But I was, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, early 20s, mid 20s. But like I said, I think it's all relative. It's the person. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Hi. Uh, and I don't know if where was Randy's not here. I was going to say Randy would know it, but Irma's from kind of out our way, out in Lancaster, out there. I'm done. Feel better. I'm 58. 58, nowhere around here. Yeah, is that where you guys are gonna, um, I mean, obviously you've got some kind of intense with this lady. So you're gonna try to find a place around here in Surin, or I don't know. I found out I think it's a good thing, but I couldn't I I couldn't separate my wife from her family. She is such a joy to see her family. She wants her mom, her dad around her. I couldn't do it. Like I said, I have thought about it because she works for TOTNT now, the internet deal. Um, they've got places all over. So we had originally, I've been thinking in my mind a long time ago that we can maybe move over here or put you up Currycon or on the water in Rayong or somewhere. And then, like I said, after we had the wedding here, and I realized then, actually, I realized it a little bit before. She's got two families, and one of them is the 20 plus years she's worked with these people at TOT, and they showed up at 5 o'clock in the morning. What can we do to help? And I mean, it was a whole nother family, and they're a bunch of good people. I enjoy going to Like I went to their early retirement party just recently, and I have a good time. It's fun stuff. My wife's pretty much in charge. I don't get to see her much at the gathering. She's the one that has the microphone and sings and gives away stuff and does all sorts of stuff. Kind of in charge, her and her boss. But you know, I don't know. Hey Douglas, how you doing? We still up north for the time being. Dang, we live 200 from Moon's parents, and she tells me that is too far. 200 meters. It they just dig it though, right? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't want my wife to be sad because she, you know, she is away, can't see her mom or her dad, and it isn't that important to me. I mean, if it was, I wouldn't be with her. You know, if it was important, but you know, if it, I don't know, things make my wife smile. I'm all for it. So, but that's one of them. I mean, I think it's pretty well known here. I mean, even women that are, um, you know, come out and say, "Oh yeah, I don't need that. I can go." I think they eventually say, "Okay, yeah, I did say that, but I've got to go see my mom and dad and spend some time with them." And even like now, because I've been watching, I watch all of Gift and Joe's videos and Chuck's videos, have for a long time, and that's where Gift is now, spending 3 days, has to have some kind of a follow-up thing or something, and while she's there, she's going to spend 3 days with her family, and that would work, I think, for my wife if we were, you know, she was retired and we were out running around. I don't think she'd have to be with them every minute, but to separate them up for far distance would be kind of tough, kind of hard to do. Uh, but she would travel, I think. But she's really excited about her Apple Watch. And I don't know how old my wife is anymore. I think she's 42, 43. Maybe she don't want me to say. Hey, traveler, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Can only stay for a few minutes. Good to see you, though. Hope everything's well. Hope you're doing well. Um, you owe me a beer? I was in John Tim last week. But anyway, I don't know. I've, like I said, out of all the stuff that if I had a list of it, everything is checked except for living by the ocean. And if that's the worst case scenario, then so be it. Everything else is awesome. And I'm going to have the trailer. I'm going to take it. I want to head towards the beach. I saw Baldy Bryan did a video just recently on over on by Hua Hin, and down that way that there's all sorts of camping spots. And I did write him. He didn't get back to me, and asked him if is there any of those places that he saw going down towards Pachuap and that kind of stuff. Did he see any places that I could actually pull the trailer? So, but I, you know, I could do that. Like I said, I'm going to try to get out once or twice a month and then do it on the Trailer Trash Thailand deal. And I'll still be doing live streams from wherever I'm at. So we'll see. But I'll get my beach in one way or another, and I can do it whatever I want. I can, you know, she'll go drop me off at Buriram at the airport, and I can fly and go wherever I want for a few days, or I could just drive with the new truck. The new truck's awesome. I kind of dig driving it. I drove it yesterday, and I hadn't driven it for a few days, and I'm going, man, this is pretty cool. Let's see. Me too. Well, you have to go run. Uh, Morning to you, brother. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm kind of jonesing to get the trailer so I can get out there, take it out for the first time, and check it all out. And it's going to be here quickly. He said the end of the month. So what are we at? We're almost at the 20th now. Let's say the 18th or something. So another couple of weeks. I might have to take it to Bangkok. He said, I talked to Ford, and both, I think Douglas had talked to Ford too. No problem putting a trailer hitch on there and towing whatever you want. The problem is doing the wiring. If you cut into the harness and stuff, and then there's some kind of a problem with the electrical, they could void the warranty. So if I drive it to Bangkok, he's got a place that does pretty much all the new trucks, and 5,000 baht to put the hitch on there, and then he's going to charge me 2,500 to wire up the 13 pin connector, and I'm probably going to do it that way because we got to go and bring the Suzuki to Bangkok anyway. So she's got a friend from here that's going to ride with her because my wife doesn't feel that confident, driving a different car. It's still an automatic, but in her mind, it's a whole different vehicle. So they'll drive together. Actually, her friend will probably drive, and then I'll drive the truck. We'll drop the truck off. They said one day to do both. So maybe I'll drop it off at night. They'll do it the next day. We'll stay one day and then turn around and come back. I think is what's going to happen. And then he'll bring the trailer to Surin. So once it gets here, then I'll start all the videos and stuff. And I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I'm hoping some people watch it. There's still 95 subscribers. Most of them are you guys on the Trailer Trash Thailand. You don't like where? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like Surin. I like it out here. Would it have been my choice? No, because I'd be living by the water. I'd probably be, now that I've been a couple of places here in Thailand, either around Rayong and over by there, and probably there because I know more people, but possibly I would have went over on the other side where Joe is in Pachuap. I like it over there too. So, but I don't know. Yeah, I imagine if you didn't like, because you can get out there in the sticks, and you might be, gorgeous. I don't know. Sounds like you're out in the sticks. Now let's see. What did I miss? Douglas, how goes it? Now when are you going on the truck ride or whatever to drive the Ford? Gorgeous. I had to build a house about 10 kilometers away from my crazy in-laws. As a cousin and friends were cool, though. Yeah, I'm sure that there's probably, I haven't met, only one there's been kind of a slight problem with. The rest have been pretty good in the family. Ford will have a trailer. Yeah, I would think so. I just can't see them, Brock. I said the same thing. I just cannot see Ford building a wiring harness when they offer trailer packages and change it just because it's here in Thailand. It's got to be a plug and play thing. I can't see that anybody would have to cut into anything. And I'm going to kind of make sure of that. I'm going to talk to the guy and say, I don't want you cutting into anything. If it's a plug, you put a plug on the wires coming from the 13 pin. But I just can't see Ford not making all their wiring harnesses ready to accept the trailer package either. I can't see it. Yeah, I mean, that's why they make trucks, right? I mean, that's why I bought trucks, was to pull boats and, shit that we did when we were kids. It was always to camp and to throw people in the back, but always to pull and tow shit. I don't know. 24th, went to Ford dealership again yesterday. Talking to cars. If you were here, you could drive the hell out of my Storm, or what is it? Storm Track. I dig it. It has that 10 or 12 speed transmission in it, which is a little weird, but I kind of like it. And it's just weird getting into a diesel now, and doesn't sound even anything close to a diesel. And I had a Dodge when they first came out, the new body style. With the Detroit in it. It sounds like a gas motor. None of that tinging, binging, banging, none of that noise. And it's dual turbo. It's got power out the yin yang, and I think it's only a 2 liter or maybe a 2.2 liter. I think it's a 2.2. I don't know, but it's not gigantic. And the thing has way more power than I'd ever need, ever. So I don't know. And I like the 4-wheel drive. But I think they're all going to be, unless you want the, I'll tell you what, if they would have had an LTD or whatever they are, 4-door with the cloth interior, the manual seats, and all that, the lower deal, I probably would have bought it at $1 million, because they're supposedly the 4-door LT, whatever it is, was $1,074,000. So it's about 400,000 cheaper. But I don't know. I'm kind of glad I got the top of the line one. Like my wife said, how old are you? I'm 66. You going to buy a bunch of trucks between now and the time you die? No. It's going to be the last vehicle, I'm sure, that I buy. So why don't you get what you want? So she made sense. I hate it when she makes sense, because then I have to agree with her. So, you can walk to the Cambodian border from here. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Now, what are they going to have up there, Douglas? They're going to have the Raptor, the Storm Track, the other Wild Track. What are they going to bring? You're going to go up in the mountains, or are you going to go to the Ford dealer? I think you said they were going to be up in the mountains or something. Yeah, it does. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, it does. I don't know how to do it. I'd have to read the manual, but of course there is no manual. But in that big giant screen in the center of the truck, there's an owner's manual. You click on it and punch in whatever you want, and it'll go to that section of the manual and show you whatever you want. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hey, morning, off the hook. How you doing? There you go. If you guys want to, please subscribe. Fishing, hunting, family stuff. I think I go through the same spiel, right? But if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. They plug into the rear light, plug down the back, run the power to the battery. These are a little interface box to get secured. But yeah, and it's really weird with these trucks too. They've got 230-volt plugs in the bed, so you can actually. It's got an inverter, so I don't know how big it is, or whatever it is. I think it's an inverter. So it makes 230 volts. The Wild Track has it, and the Storm Track, and I think the Raptor has the 230 volt in the bed. It's right in the side of the bed. 2 big plugs. It's crazy. Do they have all the trucks? They will have all the trucks in Everest. They will be in the mountains and the mud. Are they going to bring a 4-wheel drive Storm Track? Because here in Surin, they only got a 2-wheel drive Storm Track. But the Wild Tracks are the only difference that I saw. There's quite a bit of difference in the Wild Track. They don't have that electronic transmission. They don't park themselves. They don't do a lot of that kind of stuff. What's really weird is, like yesterday, I hadn't driven the truck in a little while, and I grabbed in it, and I'm coming up on somebody, and I go to change lanes, and I didn't turn my blinker on. And when I go up to the line, all of a sudden the steering wheel jerks back to the right, because it's got that deal where it'll stay in between the lines. As soon as you turn your blinker on, it's smart enough to know, oh, okay, we're changing lanes. Go ahead and let him, and it'll let me drive. It's amazing, man. But you can shut that off. And then it's got the intelligent cruise control, which I really like. I really like it, but it's $1.5 million or 1.4 for the 4-wheel drive. And then I got that electric bed cover, which I thought was going to be like real weak, but I could get up there and stand on that, and it wouldn't even budge. And I'm 260 pounds. So I was really impressed with that. It was a lot of money, but it was that was pretty much the only upgrade besides all the other stuff it had. So there's Joe. Oh, is Randy here? Hey, Randy. was just talking about you. Irma is in the I think still in the chat. She's from Lancaster. I don't know if you met her or not. Absolutely. The dealership only had a 2-wheel drive storm track, but a 4. Yeah, I think they sent out the 2-wheel drives to all the because that's how he got me to buy it. He called up my wife and said, "We've got the storm track here. If he wants to come down and take a look at it, it's a 2-wheel, but at least he can look at the truck." And I went down and I really liked it. I drove it. It had been just got there like that morning because I could only drive it on the dealer lot. They didn't have plates, didn't have nothing to go off, or no insurance or nothing to go off the dealer's lot. And I said, yeah, this is pretty cool. And I really liked the interior and everything. I liked everything about the truck. Am I ever going to use the rack on the top? Maybe. But, am I going to use a lot of this stuff? Probably not. But I bet you the things are going to hold their value. And the rest of them do, it seems like. But because I was really surprised. I mean, a friend of mine told me that I don't know if these things are available. I don't think they are in the U.S. But he said, I think, okay, so if you had 1.4, right, divided by 34 is $41,000. He said that would easily be a $70,000 truck in the U.S. And I've had a couple other people say that too. So, because I always thought, oh, well, they're so expensive. Well, what's expensive is if you want to bring in something, I think the stuff that they're building here, like the Forzas and Honda on the, quite a few of their bikes, they're reasonable. Because that again, the CT, okay, I paid, what did I pay for that? 89, 90, I think, out the door. Divided by the 34 is 26, and they're over 4,000 in the United States. So some things they are, some things they're not. But if you're trying to bring something in, like if I wanted to try to bring in the 08 Harley, they want 300 times what they determine the value is. That's crazy. Get back to this. So anyway, Dave, I like the step sign. Yeah, the steps in the back. Yep, it's just I don't know. Obviously, you guys have she's making you go down to the Ford dealer every day. You've seen in the wild or the Storm Track. Just an all around nice vehicle, and it was only at the time. Now I think they're dropping the prices on the Wild Track to get rid of them. I think because I think the Storm Track's going to basically take that position away. Maybe they'll keep it. I don't know. But it was 75,000 baht difference. The Storm Track was 1.4, and the Storm Track was like 1.325. So there wasn't that much difference. That's why I said, well, for the 75,000 baht, I think I'd rather have this one. I have a GMC Sierra that reminds me I'm drifting out of the lane with a vibration on the left or right driver's seat. Yeah, this one, it steers you back in the lane. And we were driving down the road. Of course, my wife didn't like it, and I took my hands off the wheel. I said, this would be perfect for drunks. I said, they don't have to do anything. Look, if it drifts over, it's turning it back. Then the truck in a voice comes on and tells me to please put my hands back on the steering wheel. Don't let go of the steering wheel. Something like that. And I guess it could tell that, whether you're moving the steering wheel slightly, which you do, and wanted me to put my hands. Don't take your hands off the steering wheel, I think is what it said. Amazing. Hey, Dallo, how you doing? It's amazing the stuff that it does, and the air conditioner works awesome, and it actually has a heater, so which I couldn't see Ford not putting one in, but the Isuzu and my wife's truck and all that, no heater. And which is, it's kind of weird because especially sometimes when you get the difference in temperatures at night and you get a bunch of humidity and stuff on the windshield, fog or whatever, whether it be on the outside or the inside, both or whatever. And the first time that it happened, I reached over and said, "Where's the heater?" And that's when I found out a couple of years ago it doesn't have any heater. And most of the vehicles, I guess, and if Mitch is still here, Mitch, does your truck have a heater? I this ours is older. The Isuzu is, I think, 2010 or something like that. But the Mitch's I know is a new one. I think an 18 or 19, and mine's a 23. But mine has a heater. I don't know. And I kind of heard some of that. One of the vloggers that I watched that did camping, a gal, she did camping, and she's from Canada, and she rolled her truck, and she ended up buying one that she thought was going to be the cat's meow from Thailand. And when it got there, all the stuff that bolted on was like bolted on with just sheet metal screws, and she had to redo all the roll bars and all that, and it didn't have a heater. She had to put a heater in it because she did a lot of stuff in the snow. But no heater, yeah. This one's got a heater. Well, I don't know. You put it on down the temperature, and of course it's got controls for either side, so I can have my air conditioning blasting, and my wife can have the thing on full hot. But it Mitch's is 2016. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. And what is yours, Andrew? I can't remember. What's your truck make? Um, Most in-laws dislike the lane departure feature if you have to dodge something. Yeah, it does fight you. It does let you win. I mean, if you turn it, it'll let you turn it. But I agree. And it's just easy. It's a one button, hit it, turn it off, and it's done. The car has climate control. It has a heater. Yeah, mine, it definitely has a heater. You can feel the difference in it. We set the AC in our car to 22 on auto, never touch it. Warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that this one has it because that even in the car, in the Nissan and the Kicks and all that, it's a pain in the ass when that at night, especially when the window starts to fog up. So won't affect you, but Ford trucks can be hard to sell. On the ties generally don't go for Ford, especially secondhand. That could be, and they don't buy 4-wheel drives either. Is what I'm gathering from the people that I talk to at Ford. We don't sell too many 4-wheel drives. They are happy with the 2-wheel drives. Like I said, the only reason I did is because I know I'm not going to plan on putting myself in any bad positions with the trailer. But if I get out someplace and I'm going to be there for 3 or 4 days, and all of a sudden it's just raining like heck and turns everything into a bunch of mush, I want to be able to get out of there. I didn't want to be the idiot in the middle of nowhere screaming at the top of my lungs with no one around. Why didn't you buy a 4-wheel drive, you idiot? So I got that, and I think I want to get a winch is one thing that maybe I might do to it. There's a couple of them that advertise on Facebook, and then I'm going to ask the Ford dealer because I'm going to go over and get the Ford's got a little camera for front that comes, and it's got a USB that clicks right up. Doesn't come with the truck, so I got to go over there and have them put it on its 4000. Toyota only has cold and colder. Yeah, well, it works for me, but for my wife, for my father-in-law, he's like cold at 80 degrees. My truck has auto shut off when I pull up. Yeah. Oh, you know what else is that's weird too? If you open the door with the car in drive, so if I reach over and I've got it in drive, and I open the door, and you're looking at the shifter knob, all of a sudden it goes tick, 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 tick to park and puts it in park for you. You don't have to touch it. A lot of weird stuff like that. I haven't even scratched the surface, I don't think. Douglas will probably learn more when he goes to his up in the mountain getaway. He'll probably learn more than I know. So I'm sure that eventually, probably a day after your wife gets her truck, she could probably teach me a thing or two. And the overdrive button, dash, crazy too. What was it? My truck has auto shut off. Auto shut off when I pull up to a stoplight. Really? I didn't mind this one, unless you have to turn it on. I haven't experienced that. But it's only overrides it. What did you say, man? It only overrides it until you start the ignition again. Huh. Look at the what? ARB Chonberry. They have a pull bar that carries a winch. Yeah, I thought about that too. The whole front bumper assembly, right, Brock? It's already got the wheels and everything in it for it. I will. Thanks. I'll check that out. I think it might be kind of cool to have, and I don't want to just get a Mickey Mouse one that I've got to hook up and rig up. That way, if I get in someplace, even if I got to just keep hooking, I can pull myself out of pretty much anything. You need to permanently disable that if possible. I have a button to override too, but it's defaults to auto shut off every time I start. Really? That's weird. Randy, come to think of it, our car is a hybrid and always starts usually in the electric motor. Yeah, I haven't noticed that on the electric hot rod. I'll have to, because I never pay attention. You can't hear it running anyway. I mean, the thing's really quiet. So even when it's running the 3-cylinder motor, so I don't know. I'll have to check into that. I am certain that Noon will not let me in the driver's seat. Yeah, I'm sure. And she gets to pick what she wants. Are they going to have the Raptor? Now, the Raptor was 1.8, something like that. 1.8, 1.9. And I just thought, and that's all suspension, mostly anyway, which would be nice. But for another $500,000 baht, it didn't seem logical to me. I won't need it. I prefer the key to start. I don't like carrying a big one. I just have it thrown in my bag. I got my little bag I carry with me. I got that and the electric hot rod. So all I've got to do is go up and I just grab the door and it opens and get in, push the button. I never have to do anything. So I just keep the bob in my bag. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Hope everything's well with you. We were talking about you 2 days ago. I said, I know that you had some kind of procedure going. So I hope everything went good for you, brother. Got to get up early. Hope your front end doesn't tow. Fords suck for front ends. Do they? I don't know. I haven't had a Ford. Well, the last one I bought was a 2000 Expedition that I bought for my wife, and I had that lowered. So I don't know. I haven't had too much problem with any of the Chevys or the Fords that I've had over the years. Not too much, but the work trucks and the vans and stuff got driven pretty hard, but personal vehicles, I never pushed them as a 50-year-old. Now, when I was 20, we did, but we had Dodge Power Wagons and shit, and Jeeps and Toyota Land Cruisers with 350 Chevys in them or 327s. We had a bunch of vehicles that you get out and just have a bunch of fun in. As I got older, it was okay. I like crawling stuff, Jeep Wrangler was perfect for that. So I never pushed the vehicles in my old age as I would have when I was younger, for sure. She's already, yeah, you know what? They told me not to, now I've got 20-inch tires on the 20-inch tires on the Storm Track. And the guy told me if you can keep away from changing the rims and tires, yeah, he goes, I would do it because of all the, the monitoring systems and all the shit attached with them. Um, I guess it does more harm than it does good. But there's a bunch of stuff, bolt on hoods, and I got I don't know who told me last time, the wheel well deals. Anyway, that was pretty much the only thing, and then the sliding rack. I could have got a hood. I could have got the Ford deal in the front, and but there's a bunch of bolt-on stuff. How about the auto disabling? Big Bob and your Pop. That was pretty good, Randy. Don't judge a man by the size of his kebab. Yeah, there is. And like I said, that one gal that bought the Thailand truck, and I don't remember what it was. It had roll bars and all this stuff, and it was like put in with sheet metal screws. The bumpers and shit were just like thin, 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 nothing metal. Now I'm sure they make good quality stuff, but they make a lot of cheaper bolt-on stuff too. Wheel fairings. Are you the one that helps me every time, Aaron? I think so. Can't disable the safety. That's a safety. Um, I really like it. I mean, I think the Ford is a good choice. I think it's a good looking truck. There's a couple other ones that are nice looking too. I think the Hilux is a good truck too. I don't know. I just liked everything about what I saw in the Ford and when I drove the Ford and the way that it ran and all that. Now, did I drive every one of them? No, no, I didn't. But I'm happy with my truck, as I'm sure Mitch is with his. It sounds like his is a ton of fun. Well, I'm kind of looking forward to meeting up with them up in the mountains somewhere. Might have some fun. At least in Boytown, it's expected to be stabbed in the back. What did I miss? Uh, hey, Andy, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. Wow, already over an hour. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I haven't heard much going on. I still see my wife over here. Tune show up? No? So workers haven't showed up. And I don't think the solar guy's not coming today, I don't think, unless he let's check on the solar just to see if we're getting up. We were at 700. Yeah, 1,300 watts, and we're at 1,900 watts is what we're using in the house, and the battery's still at 95%. That's cool. So actually the one that we're going to put up as the second system is going to get more of the sun in the morning than this one. It's on the other side of the house, so it gets it from right about now all the way through to 3 o'clock or something. Just a little break. Let's see. Changing tire. Yeah. Even just changing tires can mess up and throw all that stuff up. But they were talking about big rims, because my truck has 20-inch, but I think normally they're 17. I think on the LTD, whatever their lower model Ford is. So I don't know. I don't see any reason. Tires maybe, circumference and stuff like that. It probably won't, but I'm sure that they have a way to program that at Ford if it is, because I know that they got to know that people are going to put maybe more aggressive tires on it, maybe a little bit taller, and it will mess with the speedo and stuff. When the engine stops. See, I don't know what. Well, I haven't experienced that when the engine stops. I don't know what that is. How come I have mosquitoes in here and a fly? Anyone in the chat have fluffy dice. Where would you? They've got to have them here in Thailand, I would think. We used to have what did we have when we were kids? The eight ball, the fuzzy dice, um, and we always. I don't know if you guys you're in Australia, right? We had the 76 balls that went on the top of your antenna. Orange 76 ball was a big thing. If you had one of those, you were one of the cool kids. Every You go into the parking lot at high school, and 80% of the cars in the parking lot had the 76 little styrofoam balls on the end of their antennas. And if you remember that, you're probably old. Um, which I don't know. Randy, you remember that? No fuzzy dice, but I have graded Brody. 17 grim with the correct tires are better for off-road. It allows the tire to be deflated further than the sidewalls of type. Yeah, I don't plan on putting myself pretty much in any position that I'm gonna have to. But I do have an air pump, and I do have that one I showed you guys, and that's kind of like I did. I checked the price on that. It was under 30. It was like $28. Uh, and like I said, it started up that big truck that lifted that room in, but it was still had two out of the four lights, so it used half the battery. Um, but that air pump and everything, it worked pretty good. I used it to pump up a tire on the scooter and stuff like that. It's not the top of the line, but it's all in one little deal for a car. I think it's perfect. I got to put that one in the truck. Hurst shifters, yeah. The auto shift function was created for fuel economy reason. I'd have to agree with that too, Randy. Randy agrees with Mitch. I go off road 20-inch rims are hopeless in soft sand. I would imagine you can still drop the pressure in them, can't you? Just because they're 20-inch rims. I don't know. I haven't been out in 4-wheel drive. I haven't been in sand, and God knows, probably since the old days in Pismo. But I'll get to try it out when I get out there with the trailer. Hopefully, I don't get myself in too much crap. Guys with trucks nuts generally enjoy being. I I don't know, man. We had a lot of fun with 4-wheel drives, but like I said, I want to say probably the best 4-wheel drive that I had was an old Dodge Power Wagon. Um, it was awesome. That, and my friend had a Toyota Land Cruiser with a 327 in it that was pretty stout. And my cousin had an old Willys with the suspension turned upside down and a 327 in that also, and that was pretty fun. The Land Cruiser. This is how at the end of DeSoto, which Randy might know of, up in the mountains, top of the hills. We were young before they had the helicopter in the air with the cops and the cops on dirt bikes, which they did. But we went up there with that Toyota Land Cruiser, and this is how stupid we were when we were young. We found a log, a tree this big around and about 8 feet long that had one big branch on it, and the big grassy fields up in the top of the hills up there, and we tied a rope around that deal and tied it to the back of that Land Cruiser and stood on the top of it while he was pulling us around at 35, 40 miles an hour until it stuck and you went flying. No kind of protection, no nothing. I guess the bones weren't as pliable or were real pliable when we were 17. But we had a bunch of fun up at the end of DeSoto. I don't know if what would come up if you Googled top of DeSoto, San Fernando Valley, top of DeSoto, end of DeSoto. There might be some information on it. It was quite a wild time back then. Then the cops got the helicopter and were on big 2-stroke dirt bikes, and then the chase was on. We would drop the air pressure 5% on the Land Cruiser. Yeah, we always dropped our pressures. I don't remember, but that sounds about right in the single digits somewhere, or maybe a 10. I can't remember. But uh, I don't remember even the tire size. The tires, 31-inch tires, 33-inch tires, but I don't know what the rims were. I don't even remember. Uh, but I remember the 31 and 33-inch tires, but they were probably on, I'm going to guess, 16-inch rims. I don't know. Somebody that can remember that far back, uh, let me know. Uh, yeah, remembering getting out and locking your hubs. Yeah, real fun. Yeah, but you know what? Locking hubs were, I don't know, more dependable to me than anything that I ever had. At least when I went out and even I had to get out and do it, I knew that when I got done, I was locked in. 20-inch tires have smaller sidewalls, so you can only deflate a small amount before running the risk of rolling the tire. Well, it's put on on locks, right? I mean, if you wanted to, bead locks or something. I know a lot of guys that run their tires and stuff, especially in the dirt and in the sand and everything, have bead locks on their tires. Hey, I watched your video this morning. If you guys aren't subscribed, at 619, I think. Craig's at 619 subscribers. Spread the love. Tell your friends. Uh, get them up to 1,000. Yeah, I want to say back in the day, I remember 16-inch, 33-inch tires. Um, that was pretty much the norm when I was a teenager. It tells you how long ago. Uh, my truck has aftermarket rims and tires. They are lower profile than I like. I will go back to the stock tires and rims when the time comes. The 270 200 Hilux Rim Sport 4x4 four-door suggestion. Yeah, they got. I've seen a lot of the Fords. They seems like that's their first thing. You know, they bolt on these aftermarket rims and tires. I don't know. I like the rims and tires on there. If I get into something and I am getting stuck and all that kind of stuff and start bitching about it, then I guess I'm gonna have to do something about it. We'll have to see. But let's see. I'm out of liquid. And it's been an hour and 10 minutes. Mitch can't go. Let's see. Did I miss anything? If I missed something, guys, put it up there. yeah, real stupid. Some of the stuff we did up there. And it was fun. There was always, I don't know how many times they had to fly in the rescue helicopter. There was a lot of drinking going on up in the hills back up in there. Underage drinking. I mean, we were 15, 16, 17. And they had a bunch of swings over canyons. I mean, just rock sheer drop off shit that, why were you swinging over that? Well, just because it was there. And you fall and you're going to break something. And they'd fly in and helivac them out and all the time. But it was a lot of fun running up there at night and getting hammered, and a lot of women, a lot of back in that day, that was the early 70s. It was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And it was a fun time. I mean, I don't see how you could live in the 70s and not say it was a good time to be alive. I know Craig enjoyed it, right? Craig? Back in the day, it was easy to get a new set of rims. Yeah, real easy. You go 2 feet without passing it. Yeah, there's a lot of them here, that's for sure. Is that what Dowlow was talking about, I guess? I see very few modified Toyotas. Half-built Isuzus in my hood have aftermarket wheels and lowering kits. Strange, since it's muddy out here. Yeah, I think they like lowering them, getting them on the highway and running them. I did too. I mean, I bought that 2000 Expedition, had back in that day in 2000 17-inch rims put on it and tires, and had it lowered, and I dug it. My wife didn't like it. It ended up being my truck. That was, like I said, when you heard me bitch about stuff before, or not bitch about it, but the biggest complaint she had is that I didn't include her enough in buying houses, buying vehicles. I just say, oh, here's the car. Here's this one. Can I pick out my own freaking car? And the reason I had it lowered, I told her, was so she could get in and out. I was a maniac. I like that truck. Then my son rolled it. Now, how you roll a lowered Ford Expedition at 17, 16? He was go-kart racing at the time, and I think it went to his head. And what happened was I went out and looked at it, came around a corner, slid in some dirt, and then came back on the highway and hit the asphalt, and the tires grabbed and went over. And I ended up, it had a big V in the top, and my cousin was a glass guy, and we sat it in the weeds for a while. It was a good truck. And one day when he came up to the house, I had an old black oak out in the front yard, and we got a come along and hooked it to that deal and cranked it up and pulled it to within an eighth of an inch where it should be. And he got a windshield in it. And hell, I drove it 3 or 4 years after that. Had a bunch of buckles in the hood, in the top and stuff, but didn't leak, it was fine. So I drove it afterwards. The Expedition is a very large truck, Texas stuff. Yeah, and I had, what year was that Blazer that I had? But I had a 2-wheel drive Blazer that was lowered and painted candy apple red, and it was a nice truck. 350. I want to say it was 79, 80. I can't remember right in that time. It was hard to find the 2-wheel drives. Most all of them were 4-wheel drive. Just went down to the riverbed the other day to get some sand. But he got a nice truck. I noticed that in in your intros, you get a good picture of the truck, and I don't know what you had carrying something in the back and whatever. That's fairly new too, right? I'm guessing. It looks like a newer vehicle. But I know you had said you had the Duramax and you liked it. I think you had that. The one like I've got. But mine's old. And yours is 4-wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken. My wife would like to have a vehicle in Thailand. I can't see the point of having it sit there for 8 months. Yeah, if you're not going to be here full time, it kind of, unless you've got family here and unless you're visiting more than that, 8 months, and you're gone there 8 months, I don't know. That's how I rolled my 62 Chevy stepside. Yeah, the kid was an excellent driver. He was very talented. He was a way better driver than I was a mechanic. He could drive pretty much the crap I handed him. But like I said before, it's like the perfect sport to get into with your kid because you have to communicate. He'd get all mad and screaming and, piece of shit. And I said, hey, well, what's the matter? What's it doing? What's it? I said, okay, you're not going to tell me what it's doing. We can't fix it. So just drive around in the back with the bunch of the other donks and have fun finishing 26th. That's what makes them talk to you. Well, it was pushing in or it was loose off or whatever, and then I could do something with it. Because you'd be amazed that Maranello chassis and the go-karts of, well, this was 10 years ago or whatever. But, camber, caster, stagger. I mean, it had a lot of adjustments. And that was a 100cc class. And at our track, Atwater had the fastest deal. I think it would do almost 70 miles an hour going into a big banked turn down the main straightaway off the start finish line. And he was good, man. The kid could drive for sure. But didn't drive the Expedition that well that night. He was scared shitless that he was going to get beat or something. Why would I beat you? Were you drunk? No. Just being stupid? No. You'll learn. Tommy said I rolled my 2002 4x4 at 6 months. Yeah. It's a 2014 four-wheel automatic. Yeah, it's a nice looking truck. I know you said you really like it. So, never rolled a truck. I did roll, but I did a lot of rolling. I seen that nice big tall. I don't know. It almost looks like a. I couldn't see that close. A sativa of some kind, plant you have in your opening. I haven't seen any yet. Like when I went to that show, I've seen a lot of heavy sativas, and I was always into indica, mainly because I don't smoke it, I don't use it, and I wanted the most that I could get out of the plant in both THC and in weight. So it didn't matter to me, and I didn't want to wait. There was an extra 2 weeks usually to for a sativa to get up to where I could harvest it indoor anyway. I don't know that much about outdoor. It's been so long since I did outdoor. I never liked that. And indoor was always hydroponic. I didn't like dirt and messes and stuff. I liked it clean, and that was in rooms that were state of the art, CO2 injected, sealed rooms. It was. I miss that, man. I wish that they would. I don't know whether it's legal or not. Until James tells me that the government said that it has been completely, everything, can't go to jail, can't do anything, then maybe I will. And I might put in I don't have any room here, as you can see, to put in a little greenhouse. But I think greenhouse is the only way to go. I don't know how I mean, the buds that I had were the size of baseball bats, and you couldn't touch them. And if my humidity was up very high at all, I'd get mold on the inside of the buds, which I couldn't have. So I don't know how they do it here. I don't know how they keep their outdoors. Some people say they just grow them indoor, or I would grow them in greenhouses, but I don't know. I know that there a lot of people put a lot of money into that industry here in Thailand. And a 78 stepside candy apple red Lord. Well, grandma likes vertical. Yeah, I don't. I had a lot of fun. I had probably my favorite truck, and it wasn't nothing special. It was a stock 1965 Ford short bed, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the tree, and I dug that truck. I had a lot of fun with that truck, and I was in high school too when I had it. I think I was 17 or something, 18 maybe. There's Baldy. I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was saying I commented on one of your deals over there in Hua Hin. Did they could I put my trailer on any of those places that you were visiting? If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Good content, good guy, family type stuff. Doing camping right now over there in Hua Hin on the beach. And I had wrote him and said, "Is there any places I can pull my camper?" I'm looking for places to camp. I don't know what I'm going to end up with. I know I can end up in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. But good morning to you, Baldy. But if you're not subscribed, I'll say it again. I'll give him a good guy. We got to meet up one of these days. I haven't seen much come out with. God, my mind went blank. Oh well. What did I miss? Oh my God. Well, that's a lot of rollovers. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of miss it, man. It was here in Sabai, it was a good relaxation for me to go into a grow room with perfect 78 degrees or 76 degrees and music playing, and it was relaxing, and then just talking to them and manicuring them and making sure everything was good, and I just watched that what is it, Growing Belushi. He's got the third season out. It's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys have watched that. I think it was on Netflix or one of them. But he has up in Oregon. In case you don't know, he bought a plant. He's got the Blues Brothers brand on it. He's got Aykroyd involved in it to get that because they're partners in it. And he's going around selling weed, growing it in big quantities. But it's a good show. I enjoyed it. Yes, Dave, that campsite in my recent video has UAV parking with plug-in power. Really? Huh. I'm going to have to if you get a chance, Baldy, if you would send me the name of it if you've got it still or something, or can I go to your video and will it be in the... You're a better vlogger than me. I don't put half the shit that I should put in the in the description. I should take more time when I do my videos, but I don't. I'm horrible. I'm the world's worst vlogger. That's for sure. On this last, I saw more caravan travel trailers. Yeah, and a lot of them I've seen too, Mitch, is they're taking these brand new Toyotas and Fords or whatever, and they're building bodies on them, campers, but not removable, though, like a motorhome. And a lot of them, and most of the stuff that I see, especially on Facebook, are Thai people are buying them. Like I said, they're getting into this camping thing because I think of the that they like it, but I think that on the tent camping stuff, you can go and camp for 50 baht, 100 baht, So I think it's something that they can do reasonably. So we'll see. But I know Baldy's doing a bunch of it. Okay, cool. See, can I copy that? I can't copy that, can I? Cool. Thank you, Baldy. I will look that up. Pachuca QueryCon. Because I know a long time ago, I was watching Gift and Joe's, one of their videos, and they were at a place that looked very similar to that place, and it had showers, bathrooms, a little restaurant, a little store. It might even have been the same place. But when I saw that a while back, before I even had thought about, I've been thinking about a little teardrop or something for a while, but I'm going, man, that would be kind of cool. And I think they had electricity there too. Hey, Maui, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Brian's always, yeah, I think he does good videos, man. You guys you're missing out if you're not subscribed. Good guy, goes with his kid and his wife, and they have a good time. So it's good, wholesome stuff. Give me a hard time. Thunderstorms. Well, make sure you take care of them. I'm sure you will, Joe. And everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Oh, we still got 21 people in there. I guess I'll ramble for a little while. I think I do have a little Coke. I'm going to pour a little Coke. So I can at least wet my throat a little bit. My wife made me a good breakfast this morning. I bought some stuff that's not good for me. I bought some bagels, everything bagels, and a couple other ones off of Lasada, and cream cheese. So that's been quite good. So she didn't make me the bagel this morning. She made a couple pieces of toast. I taught her how to make fried potatoes with onions and two eggs. It was good, really good. Oh, that tastes good too. I saw more motorcycles in the back of trucks too. It must be because tuned in, I guess. Yeah, I gotta. That's what else I still got to do. I've got to order that rack, and I'm thinking the guy that welded that rack together for the two 1,000 gallon water tanks, that raised one. I think I'm going to have him look at it because, like I said, I think I'm going to have to put a. I'm not going to put a receiver way on the bottom because, like I said, it's going to bottom out. So my wife's running. It's going to bottom out. So I've got another. There's that whole back there is a storage area. So I think what I'm going to have them do is up where the license, right below where the license plate is, which is about that far from above the bumper, or from the bottom of the bumper up here, right, it'll be like right below the where the license plate would be, and then go into that cavity, and then maybe a big T-bar, and then go down through the rafters that are going that are the bottom of the trailer, go around there with maybe U-bolts or something, make it a big. I don't want the damn thing to fall off, because first of all, I like the CT and it's expensive, and I don't want to ruin it. But I'll have him look at it. He's pretty creative. He's the guy that's doing the solar too. Did my cameras, did all the electrical. He's a good guy. For pitching the tent. If you haven't seen Brian's recent camping videos, yeah, that was unbelievably cheap. Great video. You guys are missing out if you're not subscribed to any of the people that are on this channel. To Craig and anybody that does stuff out here, they're good people. They wouldn't be here. Maui too. Yeah, he does. Some places I'll never go. That's why I'm glad both him and Carl, and I've said that to Carl before. Thank God you do this stuff because I would never get to see it. So yeah, they go to some really really nice places. Is there a hotel or resort somewhere near you? Yeah, there's a good one if you want to stay at the Slive, Slive, I think. It's reasonable. It's about 1,000 baht. That includes breakfast. Very clean, very nice rooms right in the pretty much walking distance to everything around here. And it's about 15, 20 minutes. No, 10 minutes from me. Not even. Chuck stayed there. He's got a video on it. I went and met Chuck there. I've got a video on it. It's a good place. Where Tom's been there. A bunch of people have been there. It's a great place. Probably the best, I think. And they have excellent food. They got burgers. They got steaks. They got Thai food. Menus like this thick, and it's really good. And fairly reasonable, I think, anyway. Yeah, that's it. Slive Hotel. I think it's the best. And Maui stayed in the Majestic. It looked pretty good. And it was about the same price, Maui? Or was it cheaper? And I didn't ask you, did it have a breakfast? I know that I just watched your short this morning. I don't comment on it. I should have, where you show the fountain in Surin. But I know that you did a one on the Majestic on the last trip you guys were here, I think. Yeah, a bunch of people say I stayed there twice or three times. Yeah, I think it's the best place around here. Get you breakfast, everything. I think it was 1,100. I can't remember. I did just the room review. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, so it's about the same because I think it's 1,100. I paid 1,100 the last time I stayed at the Slive. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. But it's very close to me, gorgeous. No breakfast though. Yeah, have you stayed at that Slive, Maui? I don't think you have. You'll be impressed. That's for sure. I just spent 2 days assembling the gazebo in my backyard. Today I added solar lights. I'm trying to keep up with it. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was funny. I think it was Bobby that said, "I think your backyard's full now, Dave." Yeah, I think so. But like I said, you have to come here and check it out and sit. And I thought it was going to be like claustrophobic, but with the plants and the light, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool backyard. Thanks, Mitch. Putting on Maui's on it. Maybe next time. Yeah, you'll like the hotel. Yeah, like I said, for the price that includes breakfast. I think the major thing for you, which was a good point that you did in your review, real close to the train and the bus station. So you know, definitely for that reason. But Slide's not too bad. I would do what you did if I went there. I would any place that I went. When I went to Hua Hin, when I went to do that interview with Joe, I rented a PCX in line. I spent a week there, drove down to Pachua from there, rode all over. But you have to be, because he's got a Forza like mine. And as long as you're comfortable on two wheels, it's so easy to rent one at pretty much anywhere that you go. But it does have great accessibility to both the bus, real close walking distance. No, Mitch would be the only one that would come to this live and not visit me. Uh, but yeah, it's mandatory. So don't forget that, Mitch. And I don't know, Chuck and them back yet or no? They were coming. I don't follow too much on Facebook, but I watch all his videos pretty much every day. And I think it said that he was going to spend 3 days in central Bangkok. And I haven't, I think he must be pretty close to done in Hawaii. Yeah, I think so too. I think you got that right for sure. For sure. But yeah, because I want to I'd really like to take the CT to his area for a night. I'll wait till they get back and rested in and all that, and then go down there and just go out to dinner maybe or something. But of course, let him know ahead of time. I don't go anywhere without letting. I don't advise anybody to do it. I think it's rude, personally, but that's just me. I like to let people know when I'm gonna drop in. No, I'll try to sneak over your. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of cool. The little pool's pretty cool. Um, it's just just enough with a little breeze and stuff like that. Even when it's warm water, that evening dusk and stuff, it's refreshing. And then, like I said, once we get the top built on the new knockdown building and barbecue up there, maybe a little sink. I already had them run water of both kinds up there. I've got them running from the well and then running from the city. Then there'll be electric up there, lights, fans, and I'm hoping to have a good barbecue, probably charcoal, and cook some steak up and stuff. Maybe get Mitch there. You never know. Let's see. What's Aaron agreeing? What did I say? Haven't talked to Chuck since before they left. I'm behind on videos and Facebook, so I'm out of touch. Yeah, I watch the videos. He puts them out pretty much every day, at least 6 days a week. And I think the last one he was talking about the 3 days in Bangkok. So I know it was getting. I know he's at least a couple of days behind. So I'm going to say he's pretty close to coming to Bangkok. I am back to Ken tomorrow, but I will be back in Surin soon, I'm sure. Cool. Yeah, is she in Con Ken or is she in Surin? Or did you just come with her just to visit, I think, right? I think somebody asked if you had met her family. My wife's got the cats, but yeah, and I'm gonna have to do that. I'll finish up the one video that'll partially show the room and stuff, and us going out and getting the solar panels and the couch and the stuff that we bought for there. And then I'll probably put out a little video on that. And then part 2 will probably be the pretty much completed deal. Right now, when we went and bought the desk, the chair, and the big entertainment center type thing at the same place, but they couldn't deliver both yesterday. So they delivered the desk and the chair, and then Monday, tomorrow, they'll deliver that big thing. But I do have a picture of it, video. So I'll try to do that video, get it out today, and then just go down there and show you the layout and what I've got there so far. But it creeps up on you real fast. I bought a couple of shelves and stuff that actually came into the house here. Gonna go in my mother-in-law's and father-in-law's room, because there just isn't 3x4 it sounded big to me. Now up on the deck and stuff like that for the barbecue and gathering, it's going to be cool for 5-6 people that I would have over. If Andrew and Bobby and that kind of stuff, people that live close to me, it'd be perfect. And it looks down on the koi pond. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll try to get a little footage of that too. So I think I'm going to, and it's been an hour and 41 minutes. Yeah, just visiting through at the moment. Okay, cool. Definitely, if you're this way and we can get together for something, I don't care. I'll drink a beer. I'll eat a meal. Anything's good for me. I was in New York City last month at the cheapest hotel I could. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? And that's why I ramble when people, first of all, thinking your life over if you lose a significant other. I'm hoping that somebody gets a sniff of what happened to me, and it helps them in some way. But it doesn't have to be, and you can still have a good life. But the living here, man, it's crazy. Like I said, I can't think of any place, and Randy, you'll probably be one to that. You go and rent a studio apartment or an apartment anywhere near where where he is and I am, and what is it, $1,500 a month? I mean, that's crazy if you're on 2,000. So now you get to eat, internet, everything else, gas, car, vehicle on $500. It ain't gonna happen. And you can come to Thailand and you can make it work. Like I said, it's not going to be, you're not going to be running around Thailand spending money like it's water and that. But you could have a good, decent life here. We're trying to grow or trying to live. If you've only got that income, and I'm talking mostly for the people from the United States with their Social Security of close to 2,000, it's feasible. You can do it. So up to you So call me later, Andrew, and but definitely stop by. Are you going to take the bike, or are you going to be in the truck? Either way, it don't matter. Hey, Paul, how you doing? But I think I'm going to end it because I want to go do a couple of things, and hopefully I'll see you later, Andrew. Everybody else, have a great I don't know, morning, afternoon, or evening. And again, the outro and the intro, Richard of Richard Travels, and I'm hoping everything's going good for you, Richard. Hopefully there's a bunch of people that you're in their thoughts and they're sending positive crap your way, so that you can get here and get your life going. It's a bitch when I don't even know how I would react to trying to run around, make a living, and all that kind of crap through all this stuff that happened. It's got to be tough. Now I'm kind of glad that I'm an old bastard. I don't have to deal with it. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. If you're not subscribed, and you know who had a good thing on that? Who was that? Who was it that talked about it? It was Craig. He had an absolutely awesome deal on his video today, saying you follow on whatever those other social medias are. You follow this, you follow that, but you subscribe. And it makes people think, well, if I'm subscribing to something, I have to pay something. And he's absolutely right. It should be, follow me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. And they should get rid of the word subscribe, because it does make people think that. I never thought about that. And that was pretty good, Craig, if you're still listening. So anyway, I'm going to play Richard's outro that he did for me, I think. Is that it? And so I'll say again, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the next one.